the last video, we saw how dangerous it can be to ignore bear markets and how long it can take to recover and the emotional and financial toll it can take. But before we try to sidestep those bear markets, I think it's very important to understand the drawbacks of anything that we do in this regard. I want to clarify one thing, and it's crucial. When I talk about identifying bear markets, I'm not talking about using your feelings or your interpretation of news events. I'm talking about using a mechanical system that's fact-based and data-based, not feelings and not even your intellect. My experience tells me that the only way to approach this over the long term is to have an objective, data-driven strategy that identifies when it makes sense to take action and when it makes sense not to take action. I say this because people don't use numbers to drive their decisions, and they end up using their emotions and feelings, and over time that exposes them to making obviously emotional decisions, which are often wrong. Okay, with that said, let's talk about the downside of using technical data to identify bear markets. First, no matter how you do it, you won't do it perfectly. This means that there will be times that you get it wrong. What does that mean? It means that first that you'll have a trigger that tells you, oh, it's time to sell, and then it'll be wrong, and that means you've got to get back in and buy back in, probably at higher prices, and probably after you have to pay capital gains on realized gains. You would have been better just to stay in the market. Also, there will be times when you sell too late. In fact, you will always sell too late. This is a numbers-based system, so it takes negative numbers over time to trigger your sell. You'll never sell at the perfect time, and you'll never buy at the perfect time either.